Anyway, so I ended it and tried again, and let's hope this works. Anyway, if this is the first of my lives you're coming to, I try to do it about once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, but it's just a time to hang out and chat, get to know each other a little better. So yeah, if you have any questions, ask away, of course. Be nice to me, be nice to other people in the chat, but other than that, let's have a fun time. Let's have a fun time in addition to that, I should say. All right, Cheeseburger, new sub here. Derek, hi. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I've missed doing this. Hey, Steve, welcome to the chat. Kimberly, hello. Graham Cracker Studios, awesome. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Is it just me, or does this doesn't look like it's very focused on me? All right, Emily Clayton, hi from VA. Rose, hi from Rose Be Gone. Aw, Sally, hey, how you doing? Welcome everyone, this is so exciting. How's everyone night? Oh, Les, one of my subscribers from before the AT. Very frequent person on live streams. Awesome to have you back again. Good to see ya. All right, I can't read this name, but Cheeseburger, maybe. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I can't really read your usernames, but hello. I'm glad everyone's here. To answer your question, yep, I am back in Kentucky. Glad to be back. Glad to be warm. Hello from Scotland. Wow, all the way over there. How cool. Hi, Kimberly and Elizabeth. Did you meet up with Trail Marshal? Trail Marshal, I've heard of him. We never ran into each other, though. Sounds like a cool guy. Hey, Kiwi. I'm so sorry I can't read everyone's name. Why is it like this? Les, of course I would remember you. I can only remember... It looks like the comments are like appearing over each other. Shoot. Why is it like this? Sorry, you all, but that's just the fun of a live chat, Like, it's all crazy. You never know what's gonna happen. Okay, back to live chat, back to showing the chat. And I still can't read them. Oh my goodness. This is so frustrating. I wanted to talk to you all so bad. I can see someone's asking about the Triple Crown. If you don't know what that is, it's 3 long-distance hiking trails, the AT, the Continental Divide Trail, which is like from New Mexico to Montana, or vice versa, and the Pacific Crest Trail, not the Pacific Coast Trail, but that goes all the way up through California, Oregon, and Washington. I want to do it someday, but definitely need to rest up first and foremost before that. I've been watching your ice skating videos in Canada talking about AT. Yeah, that was so cool. I loved going ice skating. That was an interesting day for sure. It looks like someone's thinking about going on the AT next year. That's awesome. Someone says, congrats with your finish, with you from the start. Thanks for sharing your adventure. Oh, thanks so much. I loved sharing it with you all. And then, someone's saying, well, I really can't read this. Could you guys hold on one sec? What do I do? The comments are displaying on top of each other. Thank you so much. Oh, awesome. Okay, my brother came down and helped me. Well, oh goodness. No, I almost hit, do you want to stop streaming? Oh my goodness. What a time this is. All right, so back to answering your question. I was just, hello, one suggestion for Perspective AT next year from Larry. What state did I enjoy the most? I don't know. I really liked the Tennessee and North Carolina section because everything was so exciting at that point in the trail. It was starting to warm up, had a lot of foggy days, which was really beautiful. So if I had to pick a favorite, I would say that. Tom King says hello from the trail. Still on the trail, hello from a tiny cabin at Boots Off. Wow, that's awesome. I never stayed at Boots Off, but I did stop by there because I wanted to use the restroom. But it was the middle of the day and I didn't need to stay at a hostel that night. So cool. That's awesome that you're there. It seemed like a really nice place. Mr. B's CBD ABC finally caught your stream. Yay! Awesome. Welcome. Bam says, are you and Smoke going to be making more videos together? I hope so. Well, yes, definitely. I'm actually, I don't know. Do y'all have any? I have ideas of like informational videos and videos recapping the experience. But what video would you all like to see of me and Smoke? Like, do you want to know what a day in our life is like? Now that we're off trail, should we go on another little hike together? A day hike, though. I'm too sore to go backpacking anytime soon. Oh, Elizabeth, I'm cracking open a Great Lakes Christmas ale for you now. All right. Well, I'll open my own beer, too. In that case, this is Tropical Beer Hug, as opposed to Bear Hug. Imperial IPA. This is from Goose Island Brewing Co. It's very strong, but like, I had it last night. So good. Or 2 nights ago now. Alrighty. Sweet. Thanks for all the chats, you guys. This is so exciting. Hi, everyone. What did Smoke do with the kettle? He still has it. He's probably going to keep it for the rest of his life. Walter says, enjoyed how you always kept the trail narration rooted in the reality of the moment. Thank you. That's what I was going for. Richard said, I was with you all the way. America's sweetheart. Glad you're with Smoke. Thank you. Me too. Bob says, please do a recap after you're rested up. Definitely will. Sally said, are you going to do a gear review video? Yes, yes, yes. So the next Wednesday we come to, Wednesday of next week, is going to be my last vlog from the AT. Spoiler alert, but, you know, I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but it is the last vlog that's coming. And then the next Wednesday after that, I'm going to do gear review video talking about what made it at the, what I still had by the end of the trail, how everything was, what I noticed other hikers doing, and like, what kind of luxury items people had. So it's going to be an interesting video. I'm glad for it. Daisy from Frankfurt is here. Awesome. The capital of Kentucky. Or are you talking about Frankfurt, Germany? Karen says, been watching you every day. Congratulations. Thank you. Bethany Smoke should have had that cuddle somehow in every video he makes. Oh my gosh, yeah, that'd be so cool. What if it was like, sometimes it would be obvious, like he was cooking on the kettle, and sometimes it could be just like secret in the background, and it would be like a little Easter egg you have to find in every video. Good idea. I will tell him that. Kiwi Cakeful said, would you ever hike the AT again, but go another way? Ooh, good question. I did think about that a lot, because with the level of difficulty really increasing the further you get on the trail, it was so interesting because I was like, it would just be a totally different mind game if you started at the hardest section and then it got easier along the way. So interesting question. I think for right now, I would say no, just because it was really tough in the end, and I can't ever picture myself. There's one place in particular. It was in the Whites, north of Madison Hut. I think it was Mount Adams, but walking down like a pile of loose rock. Like sometimes these rocks were like this big, sometimes they were this big. But anyway, it was just like very, very difficult. They would be moving. I was worried about tumbling down. It was really steep. So I am not looking forward to doing that anytime soon, or stuff like it. So I'm thinking not really for right now, but we'll see. Robert says, be well, Ranger, be blessed. Thank you. Bob V, I did save my hiking shirt for sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, though. I'm not going to wear it on more hikes just because, like, that'd be pretty impractical. I don't really want to save it for myself because I already have a lot of sentimental things in my possession. But, yeah, I don't know. Number one gear envy item. I was jealous of people who had a pack that they liked, but I don't think I could just get the same pack because everybody's body is so different, and like how you distribute gear in your pack is different, how much your gear weighs is different. I think it has to do more with the shape of my back than anything. But yes, I was very jealous of people who didn't have any frustrations with their pack. Mine was mostly good, but it got on my nerves sometimes. What state is Smoke from? He is Indiana. He's from Indiana, which is only a little ways away from me. So yeah, it's very exciting. That was so cool when we discovered that, we have so much in common. So good stuff. Randy says, one of my favorite vloggers on the AT to watch. Oh, thank you so much. You're doing a through hike next year? Oh, I'm so congratulations. I'm really excited for you. I hope I can prepare you for what's ahead, but every hike is different. Thank you for that. Upstate New York, welcome. Wendy, hi, so glad you're here. Says, what was your actual finish date? October 14th. Yep, October 14th. Sarah King says, congrats, thank you. Bethany said, yes, that would be perfect. Yeah, back to that conversation. Cool. Martin says, you could do the Canadian side. Yeah, and yeah, I definitely thought about doing that when I was at the beginning of my hike. I was like, what if I keep on going? If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, there is an international Appalachian Trail that goes throughout like the whole east coast of the US and Canada, and then like in Scotland all the way down to Africa. So there is more international AT I could do, but I was a little too tired this time. Walter, hello from Massachusetts. Glad you're here. Ree says, burn the hiking shirt. No way. Sally says, how wicked was the Mahoosuc Notch? Oh, man. At first it was fun, but then towards the end, I was like, when is this going to end? Mr. B said, auction the shirt for a fundraiser. That'd be cool. That's a great idea, actually. Michelle says, love watching your video. Where's Smoke and where is he from? Currently, he is in Indiana, and that is where he's from. Because we live so close, we're definitely like making trips to see each other. I'm actually going to see him tomorrow, but yeah, for right now, we don't really have we're just seeing each other when we can. The shirt and the kettle are AT legends. Thank you. And JH says, at what point on the trail did you and Smoke Master realize there was something more there between y'all? That was in New York State. Maybe even Maryland, now that I think about it. But yeah, we officially started dating when our family went on a side quest to New York City. Fun times. Sarah says, what are you and Smoke planning next? We're actually trying to live together. Great question. I've never actually lived in an apartment before. I'm always like working seasonal jobs, traveling, backpacking long term. So yeah, it's definitely a really hard apartment search, but we are hoping to live together. Bam says you and Smoke doing camping videos would be so fun. Okay, noted. Also, videos about your daily lives. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Sabrina said, I did the JMT this year because of you. Oh, thank you so much. Dude, that's awesome. I hope you had a great time. That is a beautiful trail. And that's so cool that I helped you in that. That's insane. Michelle says, I'm from Indiana. What part is Smoke from? He's from southern Indiana. I don't want to be too specific, but southern Indiana, right on the river. Carl says, good to see you. Oh, more Indiana people. Yelling at, I did make it back. Walter says, is that a beer you're holding? It is. I'm sorry, these comments are coming in so fast. Oh, Kate, thank you. My favorite channel. I appreciate that. Also, Southern Indiana. Oh, how cool. Rob said, enjoy the journey. Oh, I'm exploring Canada. Thank you. David, thank you as well. Wendy said, watching since the JMT. I hope I'll do the PCT one day too. I definitely want to. Carl, congratulations. Would love to see Smoke taco making over a fire without a knife. Yeah, that is already up. His channel, it's called Campfire Cook. Thank you. And I'll link it after we stop this chat. It'll be a recording of the video. If you're seeing this and it's not Saturday at about 8 o'clock, you're probably watching the recording. If you're not very tech savvy, that's probably what's happening. If it's live, there will be a little red box that says live. I don't know in what part of the screen actually, but yes. Anyway, when it's a recording, I'll copy a link and put it in a comment on that video. So thank you for asking. But that video is up and running. Wendy says, will you be getting back in your van and traveling again? Yes, I sure will once the weather warms up. Stuart says, put the shirt in a framed glass like a soldier does a uniform. Oh, I love it. That's a good idea. Kimberly says, hi from New York. Prisoner says, why rent? Build a truck for y'all. Oh, I wish. Smoke has a cat, a very cute little kitty cat, and she does not like to travel. So, probably can't live on the road with him as much as I would love to. And he says he would love to too. But I'm also, we've just been traveling and, dealing with daily, random obstacles. I'm okay with just being inside for a little bit. Oh, Wendy, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate that. Bat Noodle says, my husband and I have been glued to your vlogs. You've cracked us up and we appreciate your realness. You're such an inspiration. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm very glad. That's what I go for. Bob said, so smart jumping ahead to do Katahdin before Baxter closed the mountain. Yeah, I was in the vlogs, I was talking about wanting to be with people, but that was also a concern in the back of my head too. We might have made it, but it could have been cutting it close, and that pressure on me was just another thing that was stressing me out, and that was another reason why we decided to do Maine out of order. Rary says, hi from Duluth. I've been there when I did the Superior Hiking Trail, and I used to have a friend that lived there too. So, very cool place. Mr. B says, I knew you and Smoke had chemistry when he put your blue dress on. That actually was not Smoke that did that. That was another one of our friends. But, yeah, that was a fun day. Robert said, Ranger, don't let Smoke get away with yin and yang. It works. I don't know what that means. Oh, get away, not get away with. Yeah, we definitely are yin and yang. Thank you. I actually suggested, what if we were a yin yang symbol for Halloween? I would be all white with a black dot. He would be all black with a white dot. And then we would lay on a floor and someone would take a picture of us from above. But that only works in a picture. So thank you for bringing up yin and yang. That's pretty funny that you thought of that too. Sally says, if money was no object, what would you do differently on a thru hike? Great question. I think, definitely a big mistake I made last time was not getting a whole, not being, I guess the short answer of this question is, if money was no object, I'd buy a lot more shoes more frequently, replace socks a lot. I would hire a nutritionist to like write me out, okay, this is what food you need to get so you'll have just the right energy, just the right protein, just the right nutrients, and hire a personal trainer before, hire a personal trainer now so that I can get my knees not hurting as much. But yeah, lots I would do differently. To smoke, no, what you said about Indiana when you hiked there. No, oh my goodness, we should watch that video together. For y'all that don't know, I lived in a van before my AT hike, and the second state I went was Indiana, and I was kind of dissonant because, you know, Kentucky, Indiana, rivalry. But yeah, that's funny. We should definitely watch that together. It was a good hike. I love that place. Bam said, have you stayed in touch with anyone else from your family? Yeah, I talked to Pac-Man the other day, and just friends from the trail in general. If y'all remember Islander, we talked recently, and of course Queen of Hearts. I've kept in touch with definitely people from the trail in general. TLK says hello from San Diego. Hi, glad you made it. Welcome to the chat. Graham Cracker Studios says I love your videos. I hiked the Knobstone Trail last summer because of you. No way! The Knobstone Trail really prepared me for the AT. If y'all don't know, it's in Indiana. Speaking of Indiana, but it is so many hills. At one point, I remember I walked up a hill. It was very steep. Then not even when we were at the top, not even when there was a view, but the trail turned 90 degrees and then walked downhill. And I was like, why did we go up just to go back down? But funny stuff. And then the beginning of the AT compared to that, I did not think it was that bad. Edward says, favorite trail on the AT. When do you think you'll get the AT certificate? I forgot to apply for that, so thank you for reminding me. Favorite trail on the AT. I don't really know. Good point. Good question, I mean. I don't know. Hard to say. Yankee says, greetings from Cape Cod. I've been there. Oh my gosh, how cool. Thanks for joining the chat. Kiwi Cakeful says, I shipped you in smoke since he started showing up in your vlogs. Thank you. He's definitely a person that doesn't mind being on camera. So that really, works out well for me. Definitely fun to have him in there. Erica says, curious of your career path and if you considered providing editing service for other channels since you're so good at it. Well, thank you so much. I don't really enjoy editing to do it for more people than just me, but thank you. I like the creative aspect of it, but a lot of times it's just like cut off the end of this clip, cut off the end of that clip, and kind of just very repetitive tasks. Although when I do like the little newscast and just like creative stuff like that, that's when I love doing it. Or like putting stuff to music. So fun. But yeah, I'm not really interested just because I think with other people's and I wasn't the one filming it, I don't think I would have as much fun. Country Crafter, thank you so much for the $10. Much appreciated. Steve says, be sure to join along for the ups and downs. Or sure enjoyed being along. Thank you. Thank you very much. Garrett says, any hikes planned for the future? Not quite yet, although I want to do all the hikes there are in the world for sure. Sarah says, how much weight did you lose? None. Smoke. I don't remember. I know he said he lost some weight, but I don't know exactly. Bat Noodle says, what are the places on your bucket list outside of the U.S. and why? South America has been on my mind recently just because I think it looks really cool, but everywhere. Everywhere has something cool about it. Sorry, I can't be more specific. Knox says, congrats on finishing. Thank you. Last video of the vlog series coming out next Wednesday. Rain, my friend from the UK, right? Welcome. I'm so glad you're here in this chat. Robert says, hope the whites were good to you. Oh, they were pretty tricky. Got some good weather sometimes, though. They were awesome on snowshoes. Well, I guess if it's snow, there might be less rocks. So that might be cool. Michelle says, I have lots of family in Corbin, Kentucky. Well, I'm from Louisville, so I don't think I really have that much of an accent. We're up here in the city. But I went to school at Eastern Kentucky, which is near Corbin, so that's pretty cool. Kelly says, my family thought you were Smoke Secret Admirer. A lot of people did. But yeah, no, wasn't me. That wouldn't be the type of thing that I would do. I am going to adjust my little tripod because I notice I slouch a lot and I want to be centered. Alrighty. So 3 questions. What's your favorite memory on the AT? How could I choose one favorite? 2, your proudest moment on the AT and your biggest challenge. You're asking very hard questions. Oh, man. I'm going to have to come back to the favorite memory one. I think the proudest moment would definitely be... Ooh, I'm going to save that for later, too. Because maybe it's when I hiked Katahdin. Maybe it's when I finished the trail after the bonus miles. Oh, I don't know. Stay tuned. Biggest challenge... just long days of walking, kind of being alone with my thoughts so long, just having the majority of my day being walking. It was hard physically and mentally because that is just so much time. That's like more than a typical 40-hour work week I spent hiking, and that was pretty crazy. I'm going to try to answer these questions more fast. I'm sorry, you all. Elizabeth said, what other hikers or channels do you follow? None specifically, but I really appreciate everyone in general. I definitely try to watch as many people as I can to support them, get ideas, Darren said, what was your favorite state on the AT? I really liked North Carolina and Tennessee. Graham Cracker says, I remember that spot on the KT. Oh, yeah, that's so crazy. It's right where private property borders the trail. Okay, that makes sense. Wendy's Colors says, since you found someone that shares your passion. Yeah, that's really true. It is nice. Sarah says, because I binge watched your trip, I noticed the early part, all you wanted was a trail family and to make friends. Do you remember that? I sure do. Yes. Yeah, that was definitely a big reason why I hiked the trail. And that really makes so much sense that, I said that in the beginning. And then at the end, I was talking about it is really important to me to finish the trail with people I knew. So, yeah, cool. Good reminder. Mark said, did you finish the last... it just kind of hit me back to what Sarah said, is that I wanted... community and to get that from the AT, and now that I've found smoke, hopefully, even though hopefully I'll have one best friend from the AT for the rest of my life, but we'll see, early days still. Mark said, did you finish the last 100 miles? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to leave it on a cliffhanger. Tune in this Wednesday evening to find out. Bob said, has it sunk in that you really finished? Not really, because it seemed like every day I just got up and did my miles, and it was kind of it became kind of commonplace after a while. Yeah, I guess it did hit me a few times when I was leaving, but there are still moments where I'd be like, did I really walk from Georgia to Maine? That doesn't seem real. But I did, apparently. Carol says, followed you since your van camping days. Congrats on your episode. Thank you, Carol. Oh, no, it's moving too fast. I'm sorry if I couldn't read your comment in time. I'll try to go faster. Red Betty, hello. Oh, cool. Oh, Kara, glad you made the chat. How in the world did you edit them all? Oh, it was so hard. I spent a lot of 0 days editing, that's for sure. A lot of evenings, a lot of breaks editing. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Red Betty, hello. Migsy, hi. Sin, I don't know. Sin Ramirez, PC Team Next. Maybe I will definitely make a big announcement when I decide. But for now, I'm just resting up. Red Betty said, what's next for you? What's next for me? Just resting up for the winter, and then I'll announce what adventure I'll go on once it warms up. Christy, what was your worst physical injury on the Christy Taylor? I don't know what I said. But the worst physical injury, it wasn't like a muscle thing, but I spilled boiling water on my legs, and that really hurt. And then I had to be really careful not to get that skin infected. So yeah, that wasn't fun. Jan said your videos were realistic and provided me with the desire to hike. Oh, that's so exciting. Thank you for telling me that. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. Mark, I don't know. Did I finish the bonus miles? You'll have to tune in next Wednesday at 8 p.m. to find out. Christy Taylor, my favorite banner singer, definitely Taylor Swift. I know that's not a very, I don't know, niche choice. You know, she's one of the biggest singers in the world, but just she's been awesome ever since I was a teenager, and really enjoy her music throughout the years. Tennessee says, what about Camino Santiago? Yes, I definitely want to, because I feel like that's one of the ones where it's more of a cultural experience. It's more of like more about the people than, for example, the CDT, where it's kind of like about solitude and nature. So yes, definitely Camino de Santiago someday. Bam said, what do you listen to while hiking? Usually podcasts, because you can download them on Spotify without having Spotify Premium. Like I listen to psychology ones like Hidden Brain. I listen to just like entertainment ones like Movies That Raised Us, where it basically recaps movies and it's like watching a movie in your head. Let's see. Something Was Wrong, which is kind of true crime, kind of not. Yeah, just a bunch of podcasts. And let's see, do you think you would have made it without Smoke or your family? Yeah, I do. As much as they were a huge part of the joy and the memories made on the trail, I was really determined, and I didn't really see it as something to get off of, I kind of pictured it like a roller coaster. Like once you're buckled in, you're going to keep on going. You can't really flag down the attendant and be like, hey, let me off. So I just kept on trucking. Florida Sun said, I have family in Louisville. I don't really know them. Oh, that's awesome. Nice place. David said, been watching from Nova Scotia, spent a lot of time in New England. Always wanted to hike the AT. New England is really cool. AT is amazing, of course. Charlotte, hi! One of my past people from before the AT. That's awesome. Glad you're here. Charlotte said, how did you get some of those shots? Did you put your camera down? Yes, I did. I had a tripod that I carried with me. Actually, I had 3 different tripods along the trail, but thank you. Yeah. Or I had Smoke or anyone that was around really film me sometimes, so that really helped too. Tennessee Yaya says, I binge watched all your video, helped me recover from knee surgery. Oh, well, sorry you had to have surgery, but I'm glad I could help you through it, Yeah, thank you for watching. Bernie says, I watched your KT video. Have you considered in Kentucky the Sheltowee Trace? I sure have. I want to do that one day when I need to be close to Louisville, so I'm kind of saving that for the right occasion, but I definitely want to. It sounds awesome. I've definitely done part of it before in Red River Gorge, and that was really cool. Sunshine Diana said, I'm sure I missed it, but what was the deal with the kettle? Smoke was carrying a tea kettle with him because in the beginning he didn't really have the best backpacking gear. And while he was hiking, someone even went as far as to tell him, hey, you're carrying too much weight. That kettle you have isn't going to make it to Katahdin. And he got really mad and he said, I will drop everything in my pack. But, because you can get new gear along the way. A lot of times we would find gear that was being given away. So anyway, he was like, I will drop everything in this pack, but not the kettle. And now it's called a kettle now because it's making it all the way to Katahdin. And then it did. So that was like when we were getting close, I was like, Smoke, the kettle is really going to make it to Katahdin. So that was such a cool moment. But anyway, Michelle says, oh man, just saw this. Hey, Maddie. Hey, glad you made it. Alabama said, Alabama Cannabis Collection. I'm curious about Smokemaster's trail name. Well, good question. He was sitting around a fire with a fellow hiker, and the fellow hiker was tending the fire, and then someone else, and while Smoke was sitting by it, the smoke kept getting in his face. Everywhere he moved, it would follow him. So a third hiker was like, you, talking to the guy managing the fire, should be Fire Master as your trail name, and you should be Smoke Master because you're not doing anything with the fire, Smoke Master, Fire Master. So yeah, that was how he got it. Yankee says, will you return to van life now that you've completed the trail? Eventually, yeah, I will definitely announce what I'm doing once I start up, but for right now, I just want to rest up, and I have so much informational videos and taking a look back on stuff on the trail that I'm looking forward to posting throughout the winter. Elizabeth said, if you are in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park area, we should do some day hikes. Oh, that's in Ohio, right? When I was on my road trip throughout the U.S., I thought about going there, but I went to Hocking Hills instead. So yeah, I definitely want to go someday. Sounds like a cool place. Jana said, hello from Gatlinburg. Started watching with my flat tire video. Yes, oh my gosh. That was where the cry count originated because I was just having the worst day ever. And I cried so many times in this one video. And it wasn't even a planned thing. I just started filming myself and crying. And I'm like, well, I can't cut this out now. Once I was editing it, I didn't want to cut it out because I'm like, this is like the real living in a van situation. Graham Cracker says, are you planning to make full-length documentary? I am. Yes, I am hoping to get it out in January. I'm really excited about it. I've been thinking about it since before I started the AT. I'm so excited for it. Thank you. Person with a lot of letters and numbers in your name. Thank you. Gary says, hello. Gary, glad you're here. Thanks for joining the chat. Ardea says, will Smoke go with you on your next adventure? I sure hope so. We don't know yet because, he has a real job. But yeah, we'll see. Kara says, how did your expectations from the trail differ from reality? For the most part, the towns were closer together than I expected, so that made it easier than what I thought, but of course you get used to it. It doesn't seem like it's easier when you're doing it for 6 months. But what else? I didn't realize how, I vaguely understood Pennsylvania is going to be rocky. The tallest mountains are in the north, but I didn't understand it really does get harder, almost like state by state. So, yeah. Wendy says, I never saw a hiker. I was never a hiker until YouTube put you in my algorithm. No way. That's so cool. Thank you. Thanks for giving me a chance. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, I'm so excited for you. Thank you. That's wonderful. Coletta says, welcome back. Thank you very much. Glad to be here. Numbers and letters person said, are you and Smokemaster still together? Are we still dating? Yes. Are we still living in the same space? No, but we hope to soon. someone whose username is hard to read, so thank you for taking us along on the journey. Thank you so much for coming with me. My pleasure. James Stewart said, pick any ticks off. Yes, I think about 3. Maybe one of them was attached to me. I had a tick key with me that I used a lot less than I was thinking. But yeah. Michelle said, how long did you sleep when you got home? I'm sure you were exhausted. I tried to not go too crazy with sleeping because I'm sure I would sleep forever, but I never really measured. Good question. It was definitely there was time in between finishing the trail and getting back to my hometown, and definitely in those days I was like, sleep all you want, awesome times. So, Wendy, ScarFam5 says, what meal were you most excited to get home and eat? Good question. I thought of my parents' enchiladas a lot during the trail, and I haven't had a chance. I haven't even told them this yet because I didn't remember until you asked. But yeah, my parents' enchiladas, I was excited to get home and eat. Buffy says, I'm going to miss your videos, Maddie. It's been a joy following your adventure. Thank you so much. It's so cool to be able to share this life experience in this way. I was trying to answer these questions fast, but it's so hard. Anyway, thank you very much. I still have more videos about the AT coming out, and I'm still going on more adventures for years to come. But I know the AT probably has a special place in people's hearts. I know it does mine anyway. So anyway, thank you. Hello from Knoxville. Glad you're here. And the Ireland Way looks like a good trek in hiking. Nice. Definitely want to go to Ireland again. What was your first thing you were dying to eat? Oh, someone just asked that. But in general, I'm really thankful for having more options of food to eat now. For sure, more options. Janelle says, hello, beautiful. Hi there. Wendy. Oh, right. Sally says, you are so fortunate that you didn't have any major injuries. Yeah, definitely. Maybe it was because I moved at a slower pace. Maybe I was just lucky, but definitely no sprains, no broken bones or anything. So, yeah. It wasn't a pain-free experience, but it definitely could have been a lot worse. Rooftops of America, my old friend. Good to see you too. I am doing well. Thank you. Take care, Maddie. Thank you. Same to you. Congratulations. Aw, thanks again. Jess says, hi, Maddie. You are so amazing. Aw, thank you. You too. Congratulations on finishing the AT. You and Smokemaster are so amazing. I have always wanted to be just like you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. There's definitely things I have messed up on, I don't want you to think that, like, I got it all figured out, but thank you. I really appreciate that. BND, congratulations, my friend. Thank you. Claire says hello from Delaware, long-time viewer. Oh, yay! Thanks so much. I am glad I'm home safe, too. Sally says, everybody hit thumbs up. Heck yeah. Robert D says, Night Ranger. You've probably already left the chat, but good night. Robert L says, congratulations. Glad you made it. How many people in the 60s were on the trail? In their 60s? Definitely a lot. And it felt like I didn't get them in my videos as much just because I picked up the vibes that they didn't want to be filmed. The specific people I was around. But there were definitely plenty. Maybe a fourth, maybe a third were hikers in their 60s or 70s. And maybe sometimes even 80s. TLK says, do you think you and Smoke will get an apartment in Kentucky or Indiana? Well, he has a job in Indiana right now, so we're looking there first. Sarah says, what was your favorite beer? PBR. I didn't film it as much because usually I wasn't drinking it in a very pretty place or like I was just like, okay, this is one thing I'm just going to have to myself not film. But I drank a lot of PBR on the trail because that's just what was cheap and what I wanted to buy a 6-pack of. But from now on, I think whenever I see it in stores, I'm going to be like, aw, the beer of the AT. And then Sunshine Diana said, does Smoke have a job to go back to? He got one right after the trail, though. He was applying like on the last couple of days we were on trail, and he got a job pretty soon as he got back. What does Smoke do for a living? He works in a hotel. He's done a lot of different types of jobs. Right now, he is a hotel guy. Alabama Cannabis Coalition. Cool. Thank you so much. It's been a blast following your journey. Wishing you the best. Oh, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Laura says, love the series. Thank you for taking us with it. Oh, my comfort show. You're so kind. Thank you. That is so cool to hear. Oh. Bob says, well, Ranger, you truly have beer in beautiful places. Toasting to you now. Hey, toast back. Cheers. Also, Robert S. says, cheers. Roxanne says, since hike gets harder, what do you think about a southbound hike? We were talking about that before. It would be a whole different mind game. Yeah, it would be really interesting to compare, but I don't really feel like I'm up for that right now. Oh my gosh, I just noticed that there's 200 people in this chat. No wonder I'm so far behind. Before the AT, there would be like 30 or 40. So, wow. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for being here. This is so cool. Dang. Okay, now I really gotta catch back up to all these questions. Okay, so Bob, Robert, Roxanne. Oh, Lauren, were you and Smoke dating before the AT? Nope, we didn't know each other. We met at Standing Bear Farm, which is in Georgia, I think. No, it's right after the Smokies. So, yeah, we met on the trail. Started dating in New York. Loves all animals. Says, hi, Maddie. Hi. Kara says, your parents seem awesome. So cool they could come visit you. Yes, that was awesome. I have great parents. Mr. T something says, what's something you hiked with that you would leave home next time? I don't think anything, because if there was something like that, I would have sent it back home. But I had also gone on 3 pretty significant, technically through hikes, because I was hiking from end to end. But they were just a couple weeks, so nothing like the AT. But I was experienced with backpacking, so I had my gear pretty well dialed in. I'm gonna miss the videos also. Aw, thank you. But there's more where that came from. They won't be the same, but definitely, I don't know. I hope you all like them. Hi, Maddie. I really enjoyed the adventure. Hate that it ended. I'm sure you have. Yeah, exactly. Say hi to Smoke. Will do. Yankee said, I understand how difficult it can be with separation from Smoke. I live in Massachusetts and my trail girlfriend lives in Missouri. Oh, man. Yeah, for sure. It was a really cool coincidence that we lived so close, and I felt really lucky that happened like that. Jason, I don't think I had a chance to thank you already for the $5. I didn't see that before. But cheers to you. Really appreciate that. Jan says, is it possible to hike the AT without hitching? Yes, but so usually there's going to be shuttle services offered throughout the trail, and you'll just pay for that. You might have to call ahead of time and rearrange it for trailheads where there isn't any service. So it would be a little bit more legwork, but I think you definitely could. Lisa said, are you still in touch with Smoke? Yes, I sure am. Going to see him tomorrow. Wolf and Hound said, hey, I've been watching you for months. Have you commented on several of your videos? Well, awesome. Thank you very much for your support. Sunshine says, what's Smoke's real first name? Ooh, no one's asked that yet. I haven't said it in any videos. Are you all ready? You would never guess. Actually, let's drag this out a little further. Everyone guess what you think Smoke's real name is in the chat. And I'll answer some more questions and hopefully catch up. Okay, so cool. Yeah, I'll let you all guess first. Wesley says, congratulations. Thank you, Mr. Plumber Guy. Another one of my past pre-AT subscribers. Still getting stuff done. Hell yeah, I am. Jill said, enjoyed your journey. Thank you very much. Charles says, I'm sorry, did the comments in your videos help you? They sure did. How much did the whole thing cost? It was, I haven't added it up yet, but I am definitely making a video on everything money, how much I spent. I actually had a spreadsheet that I kept track of that stuff on. So yeah. Coming soon. The envelope, please. Award to the best vlog. Oh, thank you so much. You are too kind. Thank you for saying I had the best AT vlog of 2023. That's incredible, because I felt like, I'm kind of, a small fish in a big pond. All of us kind of are. And I just really appreciate that. Thank you. There's a lot of tough competition out there. Okay, so on to Smoke's real name. Not Jean-Luc, not Steve, not Zach, not Chuck, not Darren, not Steve, not Jason, not Chad, not Brandon, not David. Smoke's real name is Tony. Reed, Chad, Johan, Mitchell, Brandon, Phillip, Pascal, Steven, Dustin, Lewis, Bill, Erwin. That's close. That's his dad's name is Erwin with an I. Matt, Greg, Todd, Kevin, Ben, James, Tom, Jose, Bernard, Otto, Edward. All right. I think you guys are ready to know. Not Justin, not Eric, not Harry, not Edward, not Irvin with an I, not Evan, that's my brother's name, not Peter, not Virgil, not Ernie, not Ivan, not Patrick. You guys are so much fun. Okay, the guesses could go on and on. So, drum roll. His real name is not Eugene, Gabriel. Isn't that nice? A nice name for a nice boy. Okay, so. Oh, Wild West, I remember meeting you. I ate the meal that you gave me, that backpacker meal that you gave me after I did Mahusik Notch. And that was the best thing ever. It was really nice meeting you. Thank you for that. Starting Nopo on Feb 21st. Oh, congrats. I hope that, the hike you were about to go on went well. Awesome. Kara says Smoke is a real angel. He is. That's your grandson's name. Cool. Gabriel has such kind eyes. He does. Gabriel and Maddie. Aw, do you call him Gabe or Smoke? Usually I call him a pet name or Smoke or Smokesley, but when we're around people that knew him before the trail, I call him Gabe or Gabriel. Yeah. What's the next big adventure? Gonna announce that later. Just resting up for the winter. Anyone foraging mushrooms? I know there's... Oh! I haven't foraged mushrooms because I'm not an expert at it. And I always think if you're gonna forage, you need to be an expert because of, there's so many berries that are poisonous that look like edible berries. So... I haven't, but interesting. I want to someday forage for mushrooms. Thank you all for saying me and Gabriel are cute. How did you both get Ranger and Smoke as trail names? Well, I've already told Smoke's story before. But my trail name came, actually it was Smoke that gave it to me because he thought I looked like a park ranger when he first met me because of my little gray button-up shirt and green pants that I always wear. Roxanne, thank you for the $5. Did Gabriel get a haircut? He told me he was gonna get an appointment to get the mullet shaped a little more. Our friend Queen of Hearts cut it while we were on trail. Oh man, that was in Harper's Ferry, and that was so funny. Just a bunch of hangers cutting out, or a bunch of hangers hiking out and like, let's cut Smoke's hair. But she's a professional hair cutter, so it wasn't completely spontaneous. On the trail, what is your favorite hobby? Or off the trail? Because on the trail, my only hobby is hiking and making videos. I don't know. Yeah, good question. For right now, I've definitely been just like scrolling on my phone, watching TV. Yeah, good question. I need to get a hobby. Now that I have more time on my hands. Laura said, did you mention when you became official in a vlog? Yes, I did. Week 21, part 2. In the title, it says, and some exciting news, in parentheses. So, yes, it was that one. It was the week that I announced it, the week where we got to slack pack in the beginning of New Hampshire. So, cool stuff. If you were to pick one part of that AT to hike again, which part would it be? Roan Highlands for sure, because I loved them, but it was very foggy. And I was having a great time with the fog. I thought it was beautiful, but I want to see what the view looks like. I can't really read that far away, but I hope you can get a new shirt. Oh, I definitely will. That one has to be preserved. Lisa said, how many videos have you watched of your time on the AT? Just one. Yup. It's coming out this Wednesday, and it's probably going to be just one part instead of two. That's what it's looking like right now. But I didn't. I haven't finished it yet. I still have a lot to go, actually. Need to get on that. Wesley said, wife said you should frame the famous shirt. Thank you. I might. Elizabeth said you need to watch Adventure Archives. That is one of my, when I was, like, learning, trying to, like, watch. It's kind of a long story. Anyway, their channel is really good. I really like it. That would be my, like, ideal collaboration, but they have a lot more followers than me, so I don't know if that's realistic for the time being, but hopefully someday. I really like their videos. Kara said, we need a final episode about the talking shirt. Yes, okay. I don't think I filmed that my last week. I didn't think to do it. It was just that one time when we were entering the 100-mile wilderness, and I was like, this is just how I'm going to keep my shirt. We're not even going to bother sewing up the holes anymore. Gary, hello from Utah. Glad you joined us. Jess says, how long have you and Gabriel been together? 3 months now. Yup. Good times. Buffy said, have you had any fine dining gourmet meals since you've been home? Yes, I did go out to eat at a breakfast place. Oh, man. And now I got like this potato casserole. That was really good. I guess that's not fine dining, but it was, going out to eat. Bob said, keep the shirt. Yes, definitely. Which was my favorite state. Really enjoyed Tennessee and North Carolina. Any plans to do more van adventures? Definitely. Michelle says, I knew you two were dating before you announced it. Dude, it's funny because there was a lot of times, like, we would just be sitting and looking at a view. And while I was editing it, I was like, I wonder if people will suspect something between us. But no one ever said anything. So I was like, okay, well, I guess when I reveal it, I'm going to say it as if, they had no idea. But that's really funny. that you all knew. Although we were friends for a long time, and I think people kind of thought we were more than that. Like when we were eating the salami that smelled like butt. If you remember that. That was like in Virginia or something. I took out the salami and I was like, it smells like butt. But anyway. How much cash did you need to carry? It depended. Like towards the end, I think I always tried to keep about $20 with me just in case. I think that's a good rule of thumb, but most times I didn't need it. Will you do a live stream with Smoke? Yeah, that's a great idea. He would definitely be down for that. So yeah, definitely will do someday. Did you ever feel unsafe while hiking alone? Not usually. There was this one day. It was the day when me, Smoke, and Pac-Man were trying to do 26 miles to catch up with our friends before the halfway point. Pac-Man had Lyme disease and didn't know it at the time. But anyway, we were walking. It wasn't in Maryland. It was in early Pennsylvania. And it was kind of like a cloudy day. We hadn't seen many other hikers on trail. And we were just going through this part where, like, there were just more rocks and trees than usual, or just for some reason I felt like it was more like, I don't know, but I think I was just kind of freaking myself out. So no, back to your question, to give you a more serious answer, I never seriously felt unsafe while hiking, but I did get in my head sometimes, and because of that felt unsafe, even though there wasn't really a reason. Buffy says maybe knitting or crocheting. Yes, I was actually thinking how much I wanted to start crocheting because, like, what a cozy hobby. Someone named Stitch. That's awesome. Cute. Bill Porter says beer. Beer. I think I said Bill Porter, but I meant Jim Porter Casey. Anyway, TLK said, did you always know that you want to do video stuff for a living? No. So I had, first of all, thank you, Rec Outdoor, for the $20. Thank you so much for that. It really helps. I'm actually saving up right now for better editing software, a better camera, and all that. So thank you. Everything I'm earning now will eventually lead to better videos for you all. So I really appreciate the donations. Cheers to you. Did I know that I wanted to do video stuff for a living? No. In fact, in like the early days of YouTube, when I was a kid and a teenager, it was like cat videos and just like random silly stuff. And just when I was in college, YouTube was like, who was that? Like Logan Paul, and just, I felt like YouTube was very phony and not real, and kind of like and subscribe. And I just wanted nothing to do with that. But I worked at summer camps, and a lot of camps had like videographers that would film the week, and it was kind of like a promotional thing. And I was like, isn't it magical how they can like capture moments and like make a movie of real life? Oh, Wesley, thank you for the $20. But anyway, to make a long story short, I got into YouTube in 2020, and now it's so crazy to be like, wow, I love it so much. I can't believe I didn't discover this until my late 20s. Like, yeah, I could go on and on for days how glad I am that I found it eventually. Good stuff. Wesley, thank you for the $20. Very kind of you. I do appreciate that. Jess says, my sister loves to crochet. You should try it. Yes, okay. It's settled then. I definitely want to. TLK said, what did you study in college? I studied Parks and Recreation because I was trying to be a summer camp director. It turned out to not be the industry for me. But, you know, all's well that ends well. Steve said, wow, smoke. Oh, so if you're asking what Smoke's doing, he is currently asleep, I believe, because he does have to work some weird hours. But any plans when the trail is done? Been watching since day one. Thank you. Just resting up for right now. Ocean said, have you had any problems with ticks while hiking? Not really. I did find them, but removed them right away. However, my good friend Pac-Man did get Lyme disease. Luckily, he got medicine in time. Our other friend, though, Thriller, who I knew since Georgia. I didn't realize how long I knew him. It was crazy. But he actually got now a voice in my head is saying maybe I shouldn't be talking about other people's medical situations on the internet. But anyway, Thriller, if you see this, I'm very sorry. I love you. Text me. But anyway, he got really bad Lyme disease and he couldn't even leave his tent for a little while. Oh, thank you, Gina, for the $5. Appreciate that. Anyway, what I'm saying with the Lyme disease is some people get it worse than others. It's definitely reality of being out on the trail, which is kind of scary, but you need to, be really present. More life in the van life in the future. Yup, eventually, but resting up for right now. Really just enjoying being warm and, plumbing and stuff like that. Spencer Rebus Max, love your videos. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you for being in this chat. Wendy S. King says, yay, Triumph finished. Congrats from Nashville. Thank you. But I still have my last video coming out on Wednesday. Bo says, no honey bunch or sweetie pie. If you're talking about what I call smoke, I come up with all kinds of little, I don't know, little pet names and stuff. Danielle says, what's your next hiking adventure? I'm not sure yet. For right now, I'm just resting, but I will make an announcement when it happens, when I, when it's official, I'll make an announcement. That's what I'm trying to say. Chill Cases Parks and Rec, trail name Major. Oh, that's so cool. Yes, dude. He mentioned at one point, he was like, from the first minute I saw you, I knew you were a Parks and Rec major. And I was like, how did you know that? And I don't know. I guess the outfit was just really, and told my whole life story. Kara just got here. Glad you did start watching during the last part of your state trip. Oh, yay! Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Kiwi Kegful said, Ranger, have you ever wanted to become a park ranger? Yes. When I was in college, majoring in Parks and Rec, a lot of my classes covered national park stuff. And definitely I wanted to, summer camp was my main thing, but I was maybe in the off season. But park ranger jobs are pretty competitive, and I guess, I don't know, it's a little too much customer service for me. So I never really applied for it. But in Halloween 2022, I was a park ranger, because I was hanging out with some friends that were park rangers in Moab. That's the town we were in. But yeah. It's a cool thing. Gina Jones, beer on me. Val, did you see any wild animals? Yeah, I saw 2 bears, no moose, tons of squirrels, plenty of deer, tons of red Fs, which are the little orange lizards that come out when it rains. the animal that I saw the most on the trail, and this was like from the beginning till maybe Pennsylvania, I want to say. But there were so many millipedes on the trail. It, it was really like, why are there all these millipedes? Anyway, back to answering these questions. Congrats on finishing the AT. Following your journey has been highly inspiring. I've been watching it. Oh, thank you so much. 2025. Thank you so much. And I'm going to keep putting out videos that I really hope will help you. There's so much that I learned. And I read articles on the trek. I tried to prepare as much as I could, but there's some things you just never know. Anyway, thank you very much. More coming. More resources coming. Jess says, love you so much, Maddie. Aw, thank you. Heart back to you. Cher said, if you missed it, what's the final cry count? Well, the final cry count will be available in my video coming out on Wednesday. I did cry, definitely. Did I cry once? Did I cry twice? Did I cry every day? You'll see. Chipmunks, yeah, there were a ton of chipmunks and squirrels. Michael says, have you thought of becoming a ridge runner? Not really, just because I didn't get the idea till I hiked the AT. And once I was hiking the AT, I'm really hope this video making career pans out. This is like the most amazing thing, to be able to share like beautiful scenery and like thoughts and emotions, memories with you all is the coolest thing. And I'm hoping this works out. If not, maybe a ridge runner someday. That'd be cool. Robert said, love to see you and Gabriel talking in a live stream on your own AT adventures. Awesome. Coming up for sure. BB loves to read. Those climbs and hikes throughout the rocks scare me. Yeah, dude. It was crazy. You had to watch Replace Your Feet. Glad you made it through safe and sound. God bless you, Maddie. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Mr. B says, have you thought about geocaching while hiking? Not really. When it was like 2012, I want to say, I hung out with people that geocached, but I've never started doing it by myself. That's an interesting idea, though. Maybe someday. Rachel Young says, thanks for bringing me on your long hike. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, Sherry, thank you so much for the $25. I was going to donate the final gift of the cry count amount. Honestly, 25? I'm not going to say officially that, but that is pretty close to what it is. Thank you. Cheers to you. Danielle says, any plans or ideas for trail days, Creeper Trail, etc.? I know it isn't until May, but time flies, so proud of you and thankful to be able to have tagged along. Thank you so much. Thank you for tagging along. I definitely want to go to trail days. If anyone watching doesn't know, that is a kind of festival put on in Damascus, Virginia, and it centers around the AT. And yes, Smoke always talks about going back, so I definitely want to, but who knows where I'll be in May. So I hope so, but we shall see. Jennifer says, researching my ambition and actual goal to hike Katahdin after fully recovering from foot surgery led me to find your channel. Oh, that's so cool. Never been a hiker. Any key advice? Ooh, that's so hard because Katahdin is a pretty unique mountain. It starts out pretty doable, and then it gets a little tougher, and then there's this whole kind of rock climbing section. You start in the trees, you finish that section above the tree line, and then there's a pretty steep hill, and you think you're almost to the top, but then it actually flattens out again, and then there's more of a hill, and then you get to the top, and it's the best thing ever. I guess, never been a hiker. Any key advice? I really don't even know how to put it into words, but I guess try to hike as much as you can. Katahdin is definitely a tough mountain. It really depends. There's different, like the AT goes up a certain way, but there's all kinds of different trails to go up that mountain. Yeah, I would say just try to get as much in shape as you can before. And even if you can't make it to the top of that mountain, I think you'll definitely end up somewhere cool, wherever you do, because it's tough. I think you got it. It's definitely doable, but when it comes down to it, you know yourself better than I do. So I wish you the best and hope all goes well for you. Okay. So happy for you. Oh, Kim, hey. Hi, Maddie. So happy for you and such a huge accomplishment. I will tell him. Thank you very much. Kiara said, what happened to the kettle after the AT? Maybe it can be framed with the talking shirt. Oh, yeah. Smokes definitely still has that. Just sitting somewhere. He hasn't really done much with it, but yeah, maybe. Did you ever consider canoeing or kayaking Mohican Adventures? No, I haven't heard of that. It sounds awesome, though. I do love canoeing and kayaking. Kara said, I'm a big crier, so I bet I will beat you at the AT. Crying can be good for your health. Yes, definitely. Definitely a pro crier. Just feel all your feelings. That's what I say. Maria says, hi from Sweden. Oh, that's so cool. I've been to Sweden when I was backpacking Europe. Awesome place. You are amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Cheers. Kara says, I'm so excited for trail days when I hike the AT. Yes, it definitely, you might not happen to end up in Damascus. You will definitely not be hiking, you'll lose time, I guess. But it was just so cool and such a celebration of the AT. Such a part of AT culture. I loved it. Loves all animals 99 says, when you get back to Connecticut, I'll take you for real pizza. Okay, I do love pizza. TLK says, reminder everyone, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. When you get back to your van, ever think of doing trail magic? Yeah, definitely. When I was living in my van, I definitely didn't have the budget for a nice trail magic, well, I guess I could make hamburgers on my little Coleman stove, but I was trying to brainstorm the best, if I was to do trail magic, what would be so cool and all the hikers would get so excited. And I think ice cream, any cold drinks. I do have a fridge in my van and a freezer, so maybe some of that. Oh, Christy, thank you. Congratulatory beer for you and Smoke. Cheers. Thank you very much. You guys rock. Thank you all for being here. Kelly says, my family wants to do trail magic because of you. Oh, how cool. We can't physically do the AT. What was your favorite trail magic? Favorite? In general, it's hard to say because I met so many nice people. They were all so cool. My favorite item I got during trail magic was a Starbucks bottled iced coffee, and I don't even buy that for myself when I'm off trail. But just the fanciness of it and the fact that it had caffeine and it was cold and so delicious. That was definitely my favorite thing I ever received from trail magic. Dana says, congratulations. Thank you. Oh, Derek, 10 pounds. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I feel so international. Thank you. Cheers to you. Let's see. Great Treasure says, I'm a truck driver in Wisconsin. I've enjoyed playing your videos. Oh, that's so cool, because I feel like my long hauls are the long days of just hiking. Meanwhile, you're there doing long days of just driving. That's so cool we have that in common. Your channel has been encouraging. Good job as you continue to persevere throughout your journey. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Just as everyone watching has to subscribe and like. Thank you. Yeah, y'all, it really does help me when you all subscribe. I don't ever, I don't know. If you're just stopping by, don't feel obligated, but it does really help if y'all subscribe and like and all that good stuff, comment and all that. Chrissy says, yay, Mandy. Did I really make it to the live? You did. Woo woo. So glad you're done and back. Thank you. Glad to be here. Kara says, any news from Bob Peoples lately? Maybe you can visit him if you go to Trail Days next year. That is a good idea. Yeah. Hopefully, if y'all don't know, Bob Peoples is like a legendary trail maintainer for the AT. He's like the main person at Kincora Hostel, which is in Tennessee. And it was one of my top 3 hostels I stayed at. It was so cool. It was the place that was a cabin and it had pictures of all the AT hikers throughout the years. And it was inspiring to see that. It was so cool. That's when, never mind. I will save what I was about to say for later. You still have 200 people. I know. It's so crazy. Like, thank you all for being here so much. This is so cool. Carrie says, can you give a shout out to Georgia, my kid? She was watching you from the beginning. Oh, thank you so much for watching, Georgia. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it was a hard time, but I'm so glad to have you along for the journey. Thank you for watching. Diane says, congratulations. So proud of you. Thank you. Carrie says, I'm so happy for finishing. Thank you. Me too. Michelle says, I found you through YouTube Shorts. Oh, good. Because, like, making long videos, that's, like, where my passion really lies. Shorts, you know, that's something that's come about somewhat recently, and it's definitely been something that I've had to figure out. So thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that, and I'm glad it led you here. I appreciate that. Kimberly says, has your back healed from the chafing? Yeah, for sure. It was usually just like it would hurt really bad during the day if it was happening. You know, it always kind of surprised me. And then in the night, I would either, if I was by Pac-Man, he carried Aquaphor, and I would ask for that and put it on. And then the next day, I would be sure to put on anti-chafe so it wouldn't happen again, and then it just kind of healed up. You know, it was usually a one-day problem, but the days where it did happen, oh, that sucked. So, yes, it has healed. What are your thoughts on doing the PCT long list? Right out here. Yep, I think you would like it. Yes, I've been reading up on it. It seems like it's more exposed, so even though less rain, still beating down sun, wind, like all that, a lot of like burnt sections of forest that you walk through. But whenever I watch it, I'm looking at the ground, the trail in front of them, and there's not like rock obstacles that you have to climb down or up, and it just seems like you can do more miles in a day, and I think that would be a really cool feeling. Really more accomplished. I've really enjoyed all your videos, but looking forward to your video Wednesday. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. Diane said, did you save your shirt? You should frame it. Oh, a lot of people have told me that. I guess I will have to. Larry says, oh, Larry, good to see you. One of my, someone I knew before the AT. That's awesome. Glad to have you back in this live. Oh, you knew I could do it. Thank you. Thanks for your faith. Glenda Ann Squire says, congratulations thank you for taking us along with you. I know I shall never be able to hike the AT. As you shared your experiences, the up and down, it was truly special. Blessings. Thank you. TOK 200 likes. Oh, that's insane. You all, thank you so much for being here. Now I'm like, oh gosh. I feel like I haven't, I don't know. Am I worthy of 200 likes? Gosh. Jeep Mom says that you are inspiring. Love your smile and your upbeat personality. Thank you. I really try. Kimberly says, embrace the suck is my new favorite phrase. Thanks. Oh, which leads me to something else. But first, I need to thank Misty Frederick for the $20. Look forward to seeing you. Physically unable to do the AT, so maybe the PCT is next too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Cheers to you. In fact, I'm just going to finish this. If you missed it, this is Tropical Beer Hug by Goose Island Brewing Company. Great beer, would recommend. Okay, so back to Embrace the Suck. Thank you for saying that because I need to announce, okay, we're almost an hour and a half into the live. Time for the announcement I've had in the back of my mind that I've been meaning to tell you all. To celebrate. Are you okay? Yep. To celebrate the end of my AT journey, I thought it would be really cool to have available little souvenirs if you all want them. So I'm doing something where I worked with kind of a website. Thank you so much. Another beer just magically came floating down to me.
My water bottle fell out when I grabbed that and it didn't break.
Oh, nice. The green one?
The glass one.
Oh, dang. All right. Beer number 2. But anyway, I'm having some little souvenirs. I went through this website where it doesn't produce it until someone orders it. Because I was like, I don't know how many people are going to be interested. I can't do something where like I order a box of small, medium, and large t-shirts and then just mail them out myself. So I'm going through this website. Anyway, there's going to be stuff available for you all. That'll be Wednesday when my last AT vlog premieres. But I'm so excited for you all. I have been like planning it. It's been so exciting. Really looking forward to that. Hopefully you'll see something you like. If not, like being a person that doesn't like to spend a lot of money myself, I'm like, I don't want anyone to feel obligated. But if you see something that you like, this has been such a big part of my life, and it's so cool to share it with you all. And I'm hoping that, I don't know, it'll just be a souvenir of our time together. So anyway, so cool. Thank you all for being here with me. That's the big announcements. There's going to be a t-shirt. 2 t-shirts I have planned right now. Hopefully I'll have some things like a beer glass or definitely stickers, maybe a patch, maybe a hat. Also, I've been meaning to ask you all, do you have any favorite phrases that I've said in my videos that have really stuck with you or anything like that? What were the whites price like? I will answer you in a second. You have inspired me. I buy stickers. It should say embrace the suck. Awesome. I already got that. Gina says you're going to get one. Thank you. Embrace the suck. Okay. Awesome. You guys rock. Thank you so much for being so supportive, you all. I can't thank you enough. The reporter persona, yes, that was so fun to do too. Oh, maybe breaking news, and it can be the same little logo that appeared. Oh, you guys rock. Cry count, yes. Need a sticker for my rooftop box. Cool. Embrace the suck. Heck yeah. You guys are so cool. Thank you for being with me on this. All right. Now, if I could just go up to see what people were asking. I think someone donated me some money, and people were asking just after that. I wanted to come back to those questions. Okay, cool. Did you lose weight on the trail? No, I really didn't. Trail interviews, thank you. That was so fun too. Thank you for reading every comment. Oh, I'm glad, because when I see other people doing lives and I say, when I type something and they don't read it, I'm like, hey, like, I want to be acknowledged too. So I know I think I have been skipping some people accidentally. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to get to everyone. If I did skip you, please say it again, because I hope I didn't do that. Really glad you're done. Had the opportunity. Oh, knife edge. You did knife edge? Oh, that looks so hard. I went out on it a little bit, but I didn't do the whole thing. Yeah, a lot of rocks. Even though I went down, I don't even know the one I went down. Maybe A-Ball Ridge, but there were so many rocks on Katahdin. Oh my goodness, my knees. And I was so worried I'd fall the whole time. I've been a hiker for many years, just completed all that. Oh, that's so cool. I love high points. If you do the PCT, I bet I shall be one of your trail angels. It passes through really close to where I live. You're an inspiration to so many of us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Glendan. I'm 66 years old. Hope to do the 18 next year. That's so cool. That's awesome. Thank you for being here with me. I'm hoping to put out more info videos to help you along on your way. Thank you for that. You motivate me a lot. When I'm down, you lift me up. Oh, thank you so much. Big hugs to you too. Yay, I'm going. Okay. Sounds like that. What were the whites like? The whites were pretty tough. They were very steep, very rocky. I think downhill was the worst, because it was just so steep. CC Camper Lady, thank you for sharing your journey. Aw, you're welcome. What were the whites priced like? Okay, good question. To stay in a hut at the whites was $170. To stay in a shelter, which is like meals, like a shelter is just basically a place to set up your air mattress or your sleeping pad that's like has some walls and a roof around it. A hut is like they provide you dinner, breakfast, and a bunk. And they have bathrooms, I think pit toilets, running water. A shelter is just basically you're still in the woods. And those were $20, I think. But yeah. The whites were pretty expensive. I'm going to do a whole nother video on budgeting, so stay tuned for that. Alrighty, let's see what the most recent comments are like. I think a lot of people have said stuff since our conversation about stickers and the little souvenirs I'm doing. Oh, $20 from Steve. Thank you so much. Cheers. Thank you. All right, you all. I really appreciate it. All good info. All good info. I can't wait for that. I'm taking a 0 day. Yes. That's a good one. I didn't even think of that. I was worried and cried when you crossed the river. Oh, thank you so much. I cried too over that. But happy tears for your lake house stay. Yes. Oh, thank you so much for being with me. You all rock. I'm running out of hikers to follow. The season is almost over. A few southbound vloggers. Yeah, and it seemed to me like last year, like as soon as the new year hit, people were out there like a lot of YouTube people I think started in February, which I started March 26, because I didn't want to be out in the cold. But it seemed like a lot of YouTube people started in February because I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be the class of 2024 coming soon. Some of whom are in this chat right now, and that is incredible to think about. I'm so excited for you all. Knife edge is pretty nutty. Yes, it is. If you have another beer, I will also. Hell yeah, Bubba. Cheers to you. This koozie, if you're wondering, is from my cousin's wedding. This is one of my favorite colors. Light blue. Looking forward to your documentary. Thank you. It's coming in January, and I've been thinking about it before I started the trail. Thank you so much. I love your videos when you focus on flowers or forest critters. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really try. Yep. Gabe is Smoke Master. From one thrifty IPA lover to another. Oh, this is an Imperial IPA. I don't think I've had the chance to talk too much about it yet. It's a stronger beer. Because it's tropical beer hug, it definitely has that like fruity pineapple-y taste to it. It's a good one. Yeah, glad to be drinking it with y'all. Congrats, Maddie. My whole family enjoyed watching and cheering for you. Aw, you guys were so nice. Thank you. Miss Sunshine, I know you've been following me since the beginning of me living in a van. Thank you so much. Y'all are so cool. And the random man said, wow, not bad on tinting, but wowie, 170, that's a lot, but does include a lot too. Yeah, true. Some AT hikers I knew were just like, okay, let's go ahead and pay the big bucks so we know we'll have that, and that helped them get through the whites. But yeah, it's definitely a like logistical challenge. Christy post AT, are you glad you did this? I knew that you would. If you knew what you knew now, would you still do the AT? Yes. Yes, I sure would. It was very hard, emotionally and mentally, logistically, physically, financially, but it was also so magical and like fulfilling, made me feel so accomplished, taught me so many life lessons. Yeah, I would definitely do it again, as hard as it was. Michael Hayes says, hey, loved following you on trail. My wife loved you too. Oh, yay. She's headed out to do Knobster next weekend. Oh, that's so cool. We were talking about that earlier in this live. That's awesome. It's day blank on the Appalachian Trail. Oh, for the things that I say, thank you. That's a good one. Maddie, what was your starting weight of your pack and less as you continue to hike? Not really, because I had already gone backpacking a lot before, so I already had a pretty good understanding of what I needed and what I didn't. I don't remember how much it was at Springer Mountain. I think around 25 pounds. Definitely at the lightest, it was probably my pack in general at the lightest was usually less than 20. I think at most it probably was getting close to 30, but that's like with a lot of water and a lot of food. Do you think you'll do more sponsored videos now that you finished the trail? Yeah, thank you for asking. Before, when I was living in a van, I did some sponsored videos. And then during the AT, I was just like, I don't have the capability to be like responding to emails, and like getting packages in the mail is kind of a lot of legwork. So I was like, okay, I want all my AT vlogs to be non-sponsored, but I have been, yeah, a lot of, I'm very lucky that a lot of companies have reached out, and definitely I want you all to know that, there's never a company that I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll tell all my followers it's good, but then really it's not that good. I will always like, I don't know. With sponsorships, it's hard to, I think some people kind of come across as phony, and like, I just want you all to know that like, I won't ever tell you all about something that I don't actually like myself. thank you. I hope I can make this a long time gig for me too. Enjoyed your journey. Thank you, Scooter Man. Would you consider a bachelor's degree from your experience? I don't really know what you mean. I do have a bachelor's degree. Do I feel like I've gotten another bachelor's degree? I'm not sure, because earning that was a lot of like writing essays and stuff, and a lot of just like on paper work, you know? I think I had studied up on like YouTube strategies, social media in general strategies, how to like frame things good, how to pace a video. So maybe. I'm not too sure. Michelle says, I laughed every time Smoke would be all mad because of the ladders. Yes, he would get so mad for no reason. Like, do you think the steps that are made out of rocks are natural too? Butter Toast, what's your next plan? I love to see videos on the PCT. PCT definitely is on my list. For right now, I'm just resting, but I will definitely make a big announcement when I decide what's next. Hi Maddie. Been with you since the start. Oh, Telcaster, I recognize your name. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Barry Yates says, no gator attacks, no. You gotta watch out for those gators in Maine. Not yet, thank goodness. James says, watch you from the beginning. Congrats, I started. Oh, that's so cool. I started on March 26th of this year. Good to see the trail again. Aw, that is wonderful. Thank you so much. Coast Runner said, congratulations finishing your hike. Glad you made it. Thank you. Raise my glass to you too. Jeff says, thanks for taking us on a great trek, Ranger. Thank you for coming with me. Lori says, hey, Matt. Hi, Maddie. Sorry if these noises I make while I'm reading are getting boring to you all. I'm just trying to read really fast, but also still be not silent, I guess. Now I don't even know what comment I was on. Oh my goodness. Do you ever think about how if you had started the trail at a slightly different time, you wouldn't have met Smoke? Yes, I do that all the time. So most of the people I met started, not most, I should say, but Smoke definitely, and Pac-Man, and some other of our friends started March 19th. I started March 26th. Because I did the Knobstone Trail and I walked on the treadmill a lot, I was really in good shape. So even though they were a week ahead of me, I caught up to them just after the Smokies. Not knowing, okay, let's hike fast so I can meet them. But I picture, like, what if I didn't try to get it as in shape as much? What if I had tried to walk harder, because I felt really energetic and I felt like I could, but I was worried about getting injured, so I didn't do as much as I could in the beginning. And I was like, what if I would have walked fast and like completely missed them? What if I was hanging out with people at like my 4th day on trail. I met a really cool group of people and they were getting off trail the next day to go into town. And I was like, I'm going to walk on. It was nice to meet you all, but I just don't want to get off trail this soon. They were going into town for the night, gonna sleep in a bed and stuff, rest up. And I like wonder what happened to them. I met so many people, so many cool people on trail. And I don't know. It's just so cool. It definitely made me think a lot about fate and like being in the right place to meet the people I did. So cool. Alrighty. The Legend of Arson said it was awesome going on the ride with you. Thank you. Sarah, I will hopefully make a sticker that says cry count. James says, what equipment did you use and was it dependable? Okay, so I filmed on my iPhone 13 Pro, which is the kind with different lenses, which was really cool. I had a shotgun mic for iPhone. It was like this big. I plugged it in and I think it got so wet, it stopped working. But in the beginning, that was a good microphone. Like it was like Vermont, I think when it stopped working. But let's see. I went through 3 different tripods. Yeah, and sometimes for voiceovers, I would use like the little thing that like where you can click on headphones, like Apple headphones, where you can click up to do sound to change the volume, and it also has like a little microphone symbol on it. In the beginning, I would do voiceovers on that, but anyway, yes, I use very minimal equipment. Those things, it all kind of failed towards the end, I think. I lost the tripod, the microphone broke, filming with my iPhone was okay, but it wasn't ideal. I think what really helped me was studying composition of shots. Like I watched a lot of videos on like cinematic filming and had a lot of experience before the trail of like, how do I show what I'm doing in a really cool way? How do I pace a video and stuff like that? So I think that was what helped me even more than the gear I had. But I am trying to level up, by the way. That is like what I'm saving up for right now. So if you enjoyed the videos I've been making, hopefully more to come will be on the way. Thank you for taking us on a great trek, Ranger. You're welcome. Hi, Maddie. Enjoyed following you on the journey every day. How do you feel about starting the trail? Oh, right. I already read that. And that. Caught your daily talks back in May. Oh, that's awesome. May was good times. What did you do with your shirt? Still have it. People have been suggesting to frame it, but I'm not sure. Maybe someone else suggested auctioning it off for charity. That seems like a good thing to me. So that too. Christy said, I want to see you on the Trail Tales podcast with Kyle Hates Hiking. I've been watching his stuff lately because, especially researching the PCT, that's awesome. I would love to be on that podcast. Maybe I should reach out. G-Mom says Smokemaster made some awesome tacos. He did. If y'all haven't seen it, Smoke's channel, I think it's called Campfire Cook AT. But anyway, if you search, how to make tacos on a campfire, maybe. His video is up there. The thumbnail shows like the ground beef on the fire and the like bell peppers cooking on a stick. I'll link it. After this live, I will link it in a comment on the recording of this live. I live in Oregon and I would love to see some coordinate of trail magic if you do the PCT. I don't live on it. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Sherry Ann. Kara said, did you see any moose? No, I didn't. Just moose prints. Bummer. Hello, Oslo hiker. Jill says, if you're looking for beautiful scenery, you might as well look into... Dude, I've already done the Superior hiking trail. I don't think it's actually in Upper Michigan. It went from just south of Duluth, the Wisconsin state line, actually, to the Canadian border. So that was really cool. 300 miles exactly. That's the first through hike I did that I filmed. It's on my channel. It's a playlist if you want to see it. It's just 4 videos. So yeah. It's really cool. That was the first one I did by myself, so that's a big thing for me. Teresa says, hi, Maddie. Hi, glad you're here. Also said, what was the most surprising, weird, equipment strategy that someone else used on trail that actually worked, and would you consider using yourself in the future? Let's see. Pac-Man brought an AeroPress coffee maker, which was pretty cool, pretty fancy. Smokemaster's kettle, he would turn it upside down in a fire, so the flat part was up, but it was still getting hot, and he would use that as a griddle. So I thought that was pretty creative. I don't know if I would try that because I'm really not trying to add anything else extra, but we shall see. Plenty of other hikes to go on. Hello from Maine. Hi there, glad you're here. I'd make a pillow out of the shirt. Oh, that'd be cute. Thanks, Maddie. Forever onward, young lady. Heck yeah, that's such a cool phrase. Forever onward. I like that. Nick says, hello from my tent on the either LPP or IPP. What's that? It sounds awesome, but that's so cool that you're watching this. That is wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. I feel honored. Stacy says you started the trail the day before my birthday. I only live 15 miles from the southern terminus. That's so cool. That's awesome. Nick says, in the Upper Peninsula, pretty quiet up here. Didn't observe in 2020. Thanks for the videos. You're so welcome. That's so cool. I love the Upper Peninsula. I've been to Pictured Rocks, and that was really cool. I just did a day hike, but I was blown away. Really cool. Claire says, greetings. Thank you for bringing us hikes to folks that, for whatever reason, can't hike. Oh, thank you so much. You rock. Thank you for watching. Peter Parker. Oh my goodness. Spider-Man is live in chat. Did you enjoy the beginning more than the end? Yeah, I definitely did, because the beginning was just so exciting, and kind of I was on this sense of like, I'm on the AT. This is awesome. I've been thinking about it for years. But then once that like kind of became routine, that like, yeah, of course I'm on the AT, like it's just bound to happen. But still, like, yeah, the whole thing was good, but the beginning was definitely my favorite. I called you and smoked long before you announced it. Just seemed like you had chemistry. Yeah, we were definitely good friends in the beginning. I definitely came into the AT just wanting to, not get into a relationship, I guess. Definitely wasn't something I was expecting, but yeah. Cool stuff. What was the best beer stop on the AT? Oh, thank goodness you asked, because I want to talk it up. It was called, I want to say it was called Carissa Brewing, and it was in the last town in Virginia. I will definitely make a video where I can say it clearly, because I want to talk more about beers I had along the trail. But there was the last town, Port Royal, Virginia, the last town in Virginia, was like, you go into town on a shuttle, and then if you go to the outdoor store there in town, it's a pretty town, by the way, and you mention, you're like, I'm trying to find this place, I forget what it was called, maybe like the Outpost or something, but it's kind of like a speakeasy, because they take you through one door and then another, and then it's like this hallway where it's like, here's the laundry machines, here's the loaner clothes, here's the shower, here's chairs for you to sit in, plugs to charge your phone, and just, it was the coolest place. Oh, and that was by Carissa Brewing. So, very cool. Maybe it's called Larissa or Varissa, but something like that. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching your hike. I found you when you're doing the van. Oh, when will you do the PCT? I don't know. Someday. I've enjoyed your journey. Thank you. I recognize your little icon. T. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here. The Legend of Arson, what's going forward with Smoke? Do you live near him? Yes. Luckily, we happen to only live an hour away from each other, like an hour and 15 minutes. We hopefully move in together, but that is still in the works, Apartment searching is hard. Robert says, breaking news. Mountain Lion. Everything is nothing. It's philosophy, Smoke. You can't win against Mountain Lion in Lobster PJs. Yes, that was one of my favorite parts. I have to think if I'm spoiling the video that's coming. Yeah, I think I am. But since you all have watched so far into this live, I'll just tell you, we went back to that hostel where the epic battle between Smoke Master wearing lobster PJs versus Mountain Lion, who is an 8-year-old thru hiker, were playing each other in ping pong. We went back to that hostel. It was kind of bittersweet because, Mountain Lion and her dad and everyone we knew there had moved on. But it was also really cool, really nice too. Relive those memories. Matt says, what is your biggest takeaway from this experience? It's hard to say because this, it was 6.5 months. So much time for reflection, maybe too much time for reflection. It's hard to say because it was just so much. I'll have to get back to you on that. Randy says, one of life's odd things, I've been following through hikers to prepare for my 2024 through hike. I followed you back in your van days. Oh, that's so cool. That is fate. Love the DoorDash videos. I've been thinking about DoorDash videos. That's awesome. And then you ended up doing the AT. That is crazy. That is. Maybe it's just a kind of vibe amongst people that, like, van living is kind of like, it's seeing a lot of places, being a lot of outdoors, dealing with daily, like, random obstacles, bumps in the road. And through hiking is like that too. So, but that is really cool that you just happened to follow me. And you're doing it a year after me. That's incredible. Maureen says, I really enjoyed watching your hike and always wish I could be there to give you a big hug. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. G-Mom says, I think North Carolina was my favorite scenery on your hike. I love Match Packs. Yes, me too. Match Packs was incredible. Nick says, we are Taquirramon Falls. Did the 34-mile loop at Porcupine Mountains. Oh, that's really cool. Sounds like a great hike. Fave hostel with beer. Oh, goodness, I don't know. I don't know. I want to say Uncle Johnny's. That kind of stands out to me because I know I was doing work for stay at Uncle Johnny's and my task was to clean out the fridge. If you don't know work for stay, basically you do some work for the hostel for an hour or so and then you get like the cheapest accommodation possible without having to pay for it. And I was cleaning out this fridge, which is a great job because if people left stuff, then I got first dibs on it. And I got some beer from that. So that was really cool. That was also the beginning of meeting like my Tramily and Smoke Master. Oh, that was the first time me and Smoke did laundry together. Oh, that's such a silly memory to think of. I'll have to ask him if he remembers that. How cool. What was the final cry count? I don't know. Tune in on Wednesday. Mountain Lion was so cool. She really was. Oh, yes. 200 something people in this chat. Thank you so much. Oh, Fawn. Hi. Glad you're here, you all. Fawn, I know because she recently interviewed me for her podcast, The Hard-Won Wisdom. Fawn, correct me if I'm wrong, but Hard-Won Wisdom. Yeah, the cool podcast. How much would you say the whole trip cost? I haven't calculated it yet, honestly. But there is a dedicated video coming out for that. What I call the speakeasy with the beer and the like washing machines and places to hang out was Vibrissa. Not Carissa, not Larissa, Vibrissa in Front Royal, Virginia. So thank you, the J.H. Tilang. The plan is to walk. Oh, I love your username. The plan is to walk. We summited on the same day. Oh, that's so cool. Awesome. That was a great day. Jean says, did you keep a journal besides doing videos? Yes, I did. I don't know if I'll ever share that publicly because a lot of it was like, this person made me mad today. And that's not really something I want to put out to the public. I think in the videos I was pretty open about like mistakes I made, but I don't want to publicize stuff that other people like miscommunications and stuff like that. I don't think really needs to be made public. But yes, I did keep a journal and I will treasure that for years to come. It was just a notes app on my phone. Some days I would forget to write and I would just do like bullet points of what happened. But yes, it was also really cool. Also, Hiker says, how did you cope with hiker stink, your own and others? Just kind of got used to it after a while. Would you consider wearing more wool to cope with it? Greetings from Norway, by the way. 2:30 in the morning here. Well, thank you so much. I feel honored that you're here at in the middle of the night for you. I've been to Norway, by the way. I want to say I went to Oslo, but I don't really remember. I definitely went to Flam, a small town. Or maybe it's pronounced Flom. F-L-A with a circle over it, M. But anyway, talks of Norway aside, would I consider wearing more wool? I don't know. I'm hoping to just like keep upgrading my clothes as I go along. Especially like I started backpacking in 2016 maybe, and it just changes. The technology goes on and on. Ursa Hike said, love Uncle Johnny's 2-day zeros. Heck yeah. The Planet to Walk says, what's Smokemaster up to? He is chilling in Indiana right now, working away. The Random Man says it's 9:30 on the East Coast. Late night, LOL. Is it already 9:30? This is the longest live I've ever done, you all. This is 2 hours at this point, and you all just have so many questions. How can I stop? I want to say, by the way, that I do try to do lives pretty often. So, if I don't get to answer your question tonight, there will definitely be more. All right, sorry about that. Back to what we were saying. Yeah, I will definitely do more lives if we don't get to answer questions right now. Steven, says, go Tigers. Is that a reference to the NFL? I don't keep up with sports, so I don't know. When is my book coming out? I'm not planning on writing a book, but I am planning on making a documentary that'll be out in January. Peter Parker, Spider-Man himself, said, any other 2023 through hikers watching? Oh, that's so cool. Slow and steady. Nice. Scooter Man said, good wisdom. Thank you. Are rain pants necessary? Good question. I had never hiked with rain pants before that, but before the AT, I never carried rain pants with me. On the JMT, it rained a lot, and I wished I had them, but it is one of those things where it's like, once you put them on, if it's raining all day, you're probably it's gonna soak through, you're gonna get wet either way. Oh, Paul, thank you so much. Cheers to you for the $25. What's next for the channel? Resting up in the winter, doing a lot of reflective and informational videos, and then on to the adventures once it warms up again. Cheers, thank you. So are rain pants necessary? I liked having them. If you're trying to cut weight, trying to go super ultra light, I think you could do without them if you needed to, but I was glad to have them. So Steve says, I had the opportunity to stop briefly in Hot Springs, North Carolina, chat with several thru hikers. They were around day 30 or 32. So Hot Springs was really cool. The night before Hot Springs was the first night that I hiked with the people that became my family. So Hot Springs is a huge memory for me. Pac-Man was staying at the same hostel as I was, Laughing Heart. So before that, he was like, I got to town, he was like, hey, we're going to this diner if you want to join us. And so when I got to town, I was like, do I join those people that invited me? Should I just I don't know, feeling kind of shy, but I went, and they eventually became my family. So Yes, Hot Springs is definitely a special place for me. That's a huge memory for me. 5 a.m. on trail said, hit that like button. Thank you. Robert said, was that Pop-Tart extra crispy on the bottom? Oh, that I made on the fire? Not really. It was just a corner of it was burnt and like it was blackened. So it was kind of a weird taste, but it was warm, so I appreciated that. Already said thank you to Paul Lopez. Brandon said, been watching since the van days. Oh, thank you so much. Ooh. You said, what's the van up to? It's been sitting the whole time I was on the AT. So I was kind of nervous about, like, would it be okay when I got back? It was definitely had to clean it after I got back, 'cause before I just was, the last couple of days before I started the trail, I was so stressed, I just like threw everything in there. So it was a mess to come back to. But overall, it was so good. Yeah. Really, really glad to come back to that. All right. Macintosh says you steer the perfect amount of private, although I do wonder about a couple of things. I wondered about the van too. Alrighty, well, ask away. If anything is beyond the limits of what I want to say, I'll tell you that. But for the most part, I'm an open book. Steve said I watched Smoke's cooking video today. Yummy. That's awesome. Well, thank you for that. Alrighty, guys, it seems like I'm finally caught up on questions. Let's do a few more, and then we can call it a night. This has been a wonderful chat. I will do more later. I'm thinking before my last vlog on Wednesday, so like 7 Eastern time on Wednesday, I'll do another chat because I really want to get people excited. My last AT vlog. Karen, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Michelle says, does Smoke have a channel? Yes, he does. I think it's called Campfire Cook AT or something like that. I'll definitely put a link to it when this live is finished. Kim says, Maddie, we will get to see the reunion with your family. No, I didn't film that. Didn't film it. It was kind of just, they picked me up from a bus station. There were a lot of hugs, and then we went home. It was a really cool moment, though. Favorite trail food is Northside's, Alfredo. Delicious. As many times as I had it, I never got sick of it. I'm a big pasta person, though. Grace says, love getting to see your adventures. Hello from PA. Well, hello to you, too. Thank you for being with me. Tony says, were there things in regular life you missed as soon as you got onto the trail? Yeah, definitely. I think the first thing that I missed was just being able to sleep through the night. Because, like, being in my tent, and of course it was cold in the beginning. That was pretty rough. But, yeah. It was all worth it in the end, though. Nancy, thank you very much for the $20. Smoke's channel, I think, is called Campfire Cook, but I will definitely put a link to it. Once this live ends, it'll be a recording of the live, and I'm going to put it in a pinned comment on that video. Oslo Hiker says, you're great. Thank you for answering my questions. You're very welcome. Thank you for answering them. Or thank you for asking them, I should say. Macintosh, did you have to carry everything out? Did you have to carry everything out? Yeah. Not sure exactly what you mean by that, but I was carrying everything I would need with me, including, if you're meaning toilet paper, no. In the AT, you could leave toilet paper behind because it decomposed. But yeah, cheers to you. Thank you. Michelle says, can't wait to see the final video of the AT wash. Aw, thank you. You rock, Michelle. I appreciate it. Happy holidays to you too. Larry says, thanks so much for taking the effort to share your journey with us. It did take a lot of effort. Thank you very much, Larry. You have a good one. What's one number one tip for aspiring through hikers? Learn as much as you can from videos and stuff, but always take everything with a grain of salt, including like level of difficulty for certain sections, weather forecasts. Take everything with a grain of salt. Chrissy said, we love you, Maddie. Aw, thank you. Chris, most beautiful. Definitely hard to say. I was definitely feeling the most on Katahdin, though. That plus the view was amazing. Chrissy said, we love you. Thank you. Oh, wait, I already read that. Are you happy with the Ursac? Yeah, I was. It gave me peace of mind to know that, like, it was a tougher material than most bags. Even though there have been reports of animals getting into it, I had more peace of mind than I would with a normal bag. Thanks for watching. For doing thank you, Jeep Mom. Jay, how many pairs of shoes did you go through? Just 2. It's funny how that ended up. Wendy says, I will miss your daily updates. Thank you. I'll miss posting them. Traveling triplet, Mom. That's cool. Aw, thank you. Really appreciate you watching. Bruce says, we have enjoyed your adventure on the AT. Aw, thank you. Welcome home. Glad to be here. Nancy says, how many followers did you pick up during the trail? Well, as far as YouTube subscribers, I started at 19,000 in the beginning, and now I'm at 31,000. So 12,000 subscribers on YouTube. My Instagram also really grew. I don't remember how many I started with, but definitely increased there. TikTok, it just didn't stick on TikTok, so I didn't grow as much there. I do have a presence. Facebook, I actually haven't checked. So, let's see. A Breeze in the Pines. Rich Lambert says, love your creativity. Thank you so much. Nancy, I'll miss posting them too. Chris, is there another direction for channel or life in general? Anxious to see where you go from here. Well, for the winter, it's going to be informational videos and like reflective videos, how the time went. Hopefully helping out the next through hikers. But after that, maybe living back in my van, definitely going on hikes in the future. But yeah, lots of adventures are yet to come. Rec Outdoor, is hiking the Grand Canyon something you'd like to do one day? Yes, definitely. I went on a day hike there sometime in like 2017 or something. Did a backpacking trip there when I was living in my van. Did that one on the same day that my cell phone broke. That, was kind of how I navigated the world. So it was a very emotional day. Got dehydrated. Got sick on that trail. Yeah. So I did the Grand Canyon. I went to Horseshoe Mesa. One day I want to do rim to rim. So someday. Rim to rim to rim, how it is nowadays. Or when I was there last, anyway. So Scooterman Adventure said, do your videos provide enough to live on? Yes, thankfully they do. I've been working at this for 3 years. So thankfully, through you all watching and through very generous donations, I am able to survive off these. So thank you all very much for that. And I hope I can invest what I'm making now into video equipment and editing software and stuff. So more is yet to come. Thank you very much. Alrighty, guys. Well, it looks like we are at the end of our time together, but thank you all very much for watching. Rocky Justice says, I watch every day of your journey. Oh, thank you. What a journey it was. Brandon said, how would you compare challenges on the road trip Brew SA, which is what I call my road trip, when I was living in my van, to the AT? I have flashbacks over your flat tire in Washington. Yes, that was definitely the worst part. You know, I think that's a good idea for a whole video because they definitely were very, very similar. But they were also so different. So, thank you for that inspiration. Good night, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. This has been so fun. This is the longest live I've ever done. You all are just so much fun to talk to. If you didn't get your questions tonight, there will be more to come, hopefully on Wednesday evening. Stay tuned for that last AT vlog. I'm so excited to share with you all and looking forward to many adventures to come. Cheers to you. Have a good night, you all. Bye.